Towards some solutions. There is the Acorn project, for instance, in Oakland. All volunteer and all fed up.
I would have loved to got me a gun and went up to my roof and sniped at these guys, or, you know, the violent, you know, get tough with these guys, you know, but, you know, sanity stepped in and said, you know, if you do this, you're going to get your butt blown away, kind of thing, you know. We've had gun battles on my street, you know, guys pulling out Uzis at each other and that. And I figure if something violent's going to happen, I'll leave that to the police department.
Paul Malone is an Oakland mailman, a member of Acorn, a community group with several political agendas, but one of them is ridding the streets of drug dealers.
They've taken over your community. You have no freedom. You know, you can't let your kids go outside. My kids have, you know, we found syringes and that on the side of the house, and other people have also, and little plastic bags with the residue of the cocaine left on the side of the house and that. So you really feel oppressed, and there's a real high stress level.
Small groups, cliques of dealers use the streets as open-air drug markets. They bring a constant threat, sometimes the reality of violence to neighborhoods. Students at McClymonds High in West Oakland regularly run a gauntlet of dealers walking to and from the school, which graduated, among others, Oakland Mayor Lionel Wilson and baseball great Frank Robinson.
We want action now. We're sick and tired of things being the way they are, and we want the dealers off the street yesterday.
It's peer pressure, the tension filling the whole neighborhood that sometimes pushes kids over the edge.
I want to be able to make money, be able to have girls, cars.
It's hard to quit gangbanging to me, because, like, it's the way I was raised.
So how can you sit around with kids when the father's an alcoholic and the mother's using pills and tell the kid not to use drugs? We're finally catching on that hypocrisy won't work.
So why not reverse peer pressure, turn it around, give it a positive twist? At San Jose's Solari Center, a new program trains teens to handle their own crisis hotline. These young people are quite aware of the pressures and the pain people their age can face.
I've known a lot of friends that come to me for advice because they have, like, real breakdowns because their parents case on them, or their boyfriends or girlfriends just turn away.
I hung around a lot of older guys, so I thought, if I do drugs, I'm gonna be like them, you know, I'm gonna be bad, you know. Or like if your parents are using drugs, that's, you know, you can start using from them, because most people look up to their parents, so they're gonna say, well, my dad does this, you know, why can't I do it? There's nothing bad about that.
Now, tomorrow night we'll have more with groups like Solari, a direction for the Bay Area gang for you, where the crack gangs are only beginning to gain a foothold. That's the case here. Tomorrow night will involve a lot of work for, we think, the average viewer, because what we're going to say about the gangs and where it's going to go over the next 2 nights will simply mean a whole lot of work for the whole society. But there is a direction that most people feel we have to take. Without it, we may lose an entire generation in a lot of areas in this